For you. Okay, so I went to bed pretty early. I couldn't stay awake. And then I woke up about an hour and a half ago. I woke up at 2 for no damn reason. Nothing. I had 0 reason to be awake. None. And then I tried to go on my phone for a little bit just to kind of, I don't know, poke around social media and get bored enough to fall back asleep. And that didn't happen. So now I'm awake. I'm awake for no good reason. I'm so annoying. What is this energy? Are you guys feeling it too? You must be if you're awake with me. You must be. Because we're awake together. Girl, it is 3:29 in the morning here. I'm like, this is just BS. This is total malarkey. I'm sick of this. So I figured I would just get up, be productive by fixing my face. I was like, whoa, what? I didn't realize that tomorrow is the 12/12 portal to a Scorpio read. You a Scorpio? Maybe I'll do a Scorpio read. Scorpio's been getting into some shit based off of the readings on TikTok. Maybe I will do a Scorpio read. I don't know. I don't like to fuck with Scorpio too much. Scorpios be getting hella mad at me. And then it kind of like inspires me to be more of an asshole. It's the Capricorn. It's a Capricorn read. You show me which button to push, I'm gonna push it. Okay, I have to stop doing that though, because that's like, and it's not like I do that all the time. It's just I'm noticing I'm doing that a little too much, a little too often for my preference. Okay, let me just fix my face. Let me just finish cleaning the makeup off my face. All right, I shall read for Scorpio. I waited 100 years. I'll wait 1,000,000 more for you. Nothing prepared me for it. Here's one. So y'all don't be knowing my skin routine. I don't have one. I only do my skin when I feel like I haven't gone on Facebook enough. So with that, I use, this is what it looks like. I use the Shiseido Future Solution LX Concentrated Balancing Softener first. Half pump. Shit's not cheap. Half pump. You can always tell when I don't take care of my skin. It really shows. My skin starts to look more aged, which we don't like that. We like to try and preserve the moisture. Eye and Lip Contour Regenerating Cream. Again, the same line. Shiseido. Okay. Shiseido. What are you trying to correct myself? Girl, just let it go. That's how you say it. That's how you say it. I've waited 100 years. The whole mask thing has finally just fucked up my face. I have zits galore. wherever my mask touches. I washed it with the wrong soap. So I'm using, before I put anything else on top of my skin, I'm using this Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer that helps to treat pimples. It has salicylic acid. So, oh, the pimple was on this side. Oops. Okay. It has salicylic acid. I can't use benzoyl peroxide. That shit burns my face. All right. Put some on the forehead. Putting copious amounts at this point. Let that kind of sink in. I feel like this kind of helps minimize the amount of blackheads that form on my nose. So I put it everywhere that I tend to get pimples. I try my best to avoid the under eye area simply because I don't get pimples there. So why do I need to put it there? I don't. Okay, now that that's starting to soak in, I can feel it kind of drying up because my skin is dry. I come back in with the Shiseido Future Lip Solution LX Night Cream. And I use the night cream for all day. I don't use SPF. I'm allergic. I really don't need this much, but I'm feeling bougie right now. I'm not feeling bougie. My skin's been extra dry because I haven't been drinking enough water. I try and leave as much of the eye area as possible. That's where my skin needs the most support. And it kind of serves as a really nice like lip balm too. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty nice. And then just because I feel like I kind of need it, I'm gonna put some more of that eye cream on top. This is pretty much overkill, but it's fine. I deserve moisture. I deserve it. I've earned moisture. And I like to kind of train my brows to go up and out. You don't even really need brow lamination. You just kind of gotta train your brow to go wherever it is it's gonna go. I like to finish with that. All right, now we can talk. Now let's talk. I don't have my brush. Hold up, guys. Do I have a comb? I haven't brushed my hair in days. I don't know where my brush freaking went. One of my kids used it, and now it's like it's dreading. Girl, this shit's dreading. Oh my fucking god. No, boo, we can't leave this like this. This cannot dry like this. Oh my fucking god. Do y'all see that? I don't know what to do. Oh my god. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna I just did a hair mask. Oh my god. We're gonna do this. Fuck. It's because we've been doing this for days. You wash it and you don't brush it. You just fucking put it back up in it. oh my God, I'm so irritated with myself. Why? Like, I think it's like 3 days now. Where's my brush? And no, okay. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Nah, that's not going to be brushed with my fingers. Your hair is more fragile when it's wet. It's more susceptible to breakage. I can't do that. Was your hair mask Shiseido too? I don't think they make a hair mask. Nah, like Shiseido is my shit, you guys. I ain't even gonna lie. It's my shit. Find my wrinkles. Okay? All right. And I don't take very good care of my skin, I will say. Like, if I was taking good care of my skin, there would be none of this shit right here. None of that. Or that. Oh my God, that makes me so mad. Okay. Going back to Scorpio. Let's do that Scorpio read. Because you asked, Dom. I had 3 brushes with me. No joke. No joke. I came with actually 2 brushes and a big ass comb. Good morning, baby. What's up? Getting snacks? Here we go, guys. I heard Clairsonic is good. I'm not really into, well, I wasn't for a while. I just started getting back into my skincare. Oh, is that your mom's favorite line? I just saw that comment. That was my mom's favorite line too. So funny story. I disappeared for a few years. This is something I do. And I couldn't deal with some of like the stuff, the family stuff. So I just disappeared. And I wasn't planning on coming back. No joke. I was like, I said bye to everybody. I'm not coming back for nothing. And a few years passed. Like 3 or 4 years. I was fucking missing. I can laugh about it now, but shit wasn't funny when it was happening. I'll tell you that much right now. Shit was not funny when it was happening. And then in like 2017, over the summer, I was like, oh, I'm starting to see wrinkles. Starting to see like fine lines creeping up. I need to take care of my face. And so I went and bought some Shiseido. And that's the brand my mom always used when I was growing up. And I totally like the scent of it was like, mama. And like when I say I disappeared, there was no forwarding address. There was no phone number. There was really no way to track me. I shut down all my social media. My Emmie account was actually my troll account. Because, yeah, it was a troll account. I wasn't trolling on exes. I would go and use that because I had a lot of like conspiracy theorist friends, flat earther friends, spiritual friends. And when arguments would start in the comments, I would flip back and forth between like 3 or 4 accounts and be arguing with this person. Whoever was trying to be rowdy, that's who I would target. It's fucked up, but it was entertaining. So they would think like, oh my God, everyone's pissed at me. And really it was just, I mean, there would be other people commenting, but really it was primarily me with like 4 accounts. So Emmie is a troll account. And long story short, getting back to the point, in 2017, I started using Shiseido. My skin was clearing up. It was getting all soft and supple again. I was loving it. And then suddenly I was dreaming something and Michael woke me halfway. He woke me up halfway and he kind of pulled me out of my dream, but I was still asleep. And he showed me It was a newspaper on my nightstand. And I was like, what's that? And he had me zoom into it, and it was my mother's obituary. And all he said to me was like, are you really sure you're okay? Because once you decide, you can't take back that decision. I was like, I'm not okay. So I ended up calling my brother or texting my brother at what time in the morning. I wasn't expecting him to respond. And I was like, hey, is mom okay? And he's like, no, she's not. She's like a wilted flower. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. So I dropped everything I was doing and I came back to California. And I'm pretty sure she should have died within the next few days of me arriving. But my husband was like, I never got a chance to take care of my mom. So if you want to move us back here to take care of her, I'm okay with that. And so that's how that happened. And she held on for like another 7 or 8 more months while I took care of her. So, family, it's like, although you can grow yourself, you can't force family to grow. And unless family gets to experience you after you've gone past that point where you're finally settled in your growth, unless they're exposed to that, they don't have this option to change because they're still stuck in the same environment. So before I used to think like, fuck that. Like, excuse me, they are who they are. They behave how they behave. Their logic is their logic. And I'm not going to change any of that. And me coming back and just existing in my authenticity and just being me without any expectation to change anyone else. That was not the mission. It was just to stand my ground, not continue to participate in cycles of toxicity. And that actually shifted the energies, the dynamic within my family, and then it opened them up to their own potentiality of change and growth. Not because I was there telling them they had to change and grow and pointing all these things out, but just simply witnessing me existing in a different way and being okay with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to be able to heal yourself to the point where witnessing your presence, just by witnessing that, people can become free to begin considering change for themselves. Because I remember at one point I was so fucking livid. Me and one of my brothers really got into it because we were staying at his house. And the deal was always that I would take care of our mom until she's stable enough to be transported, like medically transported to Colorado, because like I love Colorado. I can't be in California. And that was the original agreement. And when she started getting better, they thought they were going to, I don't know, reestablish old patterns of toxicity and try and strong arm me. And it's like, boo boo, I'm not that little girl no more. That's not, you can do that cycle by yourself. And if you want to push this, if she wants to go, she will go. If she doesn't want to go, she won't go. But this is not going to be a like, I said, no, motherfuckers. She's a sovereign. Whatever she wants is what's going to happen. And if I have to like smash her ass down to get her to wherever she wants it, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. But I would prefer not to. And I think my like refusal to just jump into, because me and my siblings, when we argue, it's like someone gotta die. we argue like that, like someone gotta die, and it's usually me that's like, who's gonna die first? I'm gonna kill somebody. It's usually me. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. It is usually me. You piss me off, well, I'm gonna have to do something to you. To my siblings. But this time I was just like, no, that's not how it works. I'm not there with you no more. Like, if you want to like discuss things, not try and dictate, then that's one thing. But no, I'm not wasting my time on that. I'm not wasting my energy on that. So And I mean, we're at his house again, taking care of my other brother. People are just who they are, but when you exist in your authenticity, it kind of gives them a little bit more space to see that there's another way to be. And it's not that my way to be is more right. It's just that there's another way to be, and you can choose whatever way that is, whether it's like healing parts of you that still participate in toxicity or like just recognizing things about yourself. I'm actually much closer to my siblings now than I ever was before. Like there was a closeness and a loyalty between us, but we weren't really open to talk to each other about stuff. Yeah. Now we kind of do talk to each other about stuff. Like I could go up to my brother and be like, "Why are you being a bitch today?" I do that anyways. Even before. That's why he used to get so mad. Like, "Does your mangina hurt? Is that what it is? You got some PMS?" He used to make me so mad. Okay, so first, Scorpio. Inner integration. There's a peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. Scorpio. So, whatever rebelliousness you have, that's like needing to shift at this point. You're being asked to allow yourself to mature. You're like being asked to put the stinger away. I, you know, thinking back on all the Scorpios that I know, um, I don't feel like Scorpios are malicious. I just don't. I feel like they're sensitive like a Pisces, but their coping mechanism for when they get hurt and their like either inability or lack of desire to express emotion, not like, "Hey, you hurt my feelings," but just to allow themselves to admit they're feeling something that causes some really intense coping mechanisms. So it's like, if I look at it in terms of like parenting, because when I look at things about other people in terms of parenting, then I remove my emotion because that's the kind of parent I am. It's not that I'm emotionally detached, it's that I'm not emotionally reactive. It's very difficult to get me emotionally reactive when a child is involved. Like my child could have been wilding out and I'd thank you, Aurora. And I'd be like, okay, what exactly is going on here? You need to communicate something. Like that's why my children never really had tantrums because I'm never like, "Hey, you can't manipulate me that way." I just like, "Look, do you need something? What's going on? Like this behavior is not okay." So I look at just like just, and that's the thing. That's the thing. That's where I was headed. Um, so it's like this coping mechanism of I'm going to sting you before you hurt me. And then it ends up pushing people away. And I'm not speaking on all Scorpios. This is just kind of like what the card is telling me. You end up pushing people away and then regretting it later and not knowing how to fix it. Um, there's peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. So I think it's about like seeing clearly the life that you've lived, not condemning yourself, but really just observing how far you've come, what you've experienced, and maybe taking off the filters that have been so embedded with, however much hurt you've experienced in life. Because if you continue to filter things through that filter of hurt, you're going to continue to see things in a hurt way. It's like if you use the strainer in the kitchen to strain pasta, wheat pasta, and you have some sort of allergic reaction to gluten, you can't strain gluten-free pasta in that same strainer. It's going to be commingled. So I think that's kind of what's happening. Like, if you're going to continue to allow the energies to commingle, you're going to need to become aware of what's happening and use that commingling to kind of help you process earlier life stuff. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is a process of healing. You guys aren't bad people. You're just not. And one of the other things that really like breaks my heart about Scorpios in general terms is that Scorpios have a tendency to be the sign that feels obligated to play into the stereotypes that are given to Scorpios. You're so much more than a stereotype. You're so much more than like, ooh, that's a dark, malicious one. I've only met one Scorpio that was malicious and like intentionally malicious. And I look back and I see she was intentionally malicious because she lived such a bad life. And she had gone through so much in life that made her so distorted within herself. And it wasn't that she was a bad person. It's that all of that distortion from all the hurt that she experienced caused her to continue to lash out in the way that she did to random people. I mean, it ended up making her a full-on like con artist. She was using people like full-on. And I know this because I was one of the people she was trying to do this to. And part of the reason that I never retaliated, because she spent the remainder of her life, like literally the remainder of her life, um, looking for ways to tear me down. And I was just like, no, say whatever you want. I know what's true. I don't need to convince anyone else. You wasting your whole fucking life trying to tear me down is not going to work. And she literally did waste the rest of her life, because I think she lived maybe, I want to say 2 years. She passed away about 2 years after we had our run-in. That sucks. That's like such a sad example of, I mean, would she have chosen something differently if she had known? Or would she have continued to waste her time trying to gather other people to form the I hate Emmie group? Like, you hate me for what? Because you weren't able to scam me? I left before you could do that. You have to really think about, like, what are you using your time on? Because you don't know how much time you have here. You don't. You don't. You could leave later today. You could leave tomorrow. And if you're going to spend your time being really pissed off and looking for ways like that vindictiveness, that stereotypical vindictiveness that others say, oh, Scorpios are so vindictive. They can be. But are they, as a group, just that's all they are? No. Yeah, no, she formed several groups. Don't mind them. She formed several groups. It's like, whatever. But yeah, that's sad, because I know she was highly fixated on like trying to, it was full on slander and libel. And I was just like, I don't have time for you. Like, unless there's something that I can take legal action on, which it was approaching that already. Like, I don't need to do anything with you. You'll just hear from my legal team. It was to that point. Like, no, I'm not wasting my time and my energy. So you have to, it was a very dedicated loyalty to hatred. And I wasn't the only one she did this type of thing to. That, I don't think that's a Scorpio thing. I think that's a distorted, very damaged, very malicious, because I'm hurt potentiality of the unbalanced Scorpio. That's a very extreme, very, very extreme placement on that unbalanced Scorpio scale. Not all Scorpios are unbalanced, though. Quite a few of them are not, you know? So, oh shit. The next card. This is a new deck, so I don't know what the cards mean. Distorted perceptions. Reality is rarely what we are raised to believe it is. I think a lot of the things that Scorpio struggles through is that distortion, because you exist at such a deep depth. I don't know if you've ever tried to look at the bottom of like a pond or a lake where the water is clear. You have no idea how deep that is. And whatever you think you drop straight down, it actually drifts. So it's not right where you think it is. And that's what it is, Scorpio. If you just confine yourself to your depths all the time and don't let anyone else in, it becomes a distorted thing because they can't read your mind. Scorpios, I know one Scorpio in particular who expected me to read their mind so that I could understand them. And I'm like, that's not how it works. If you want me to know you, everything I know about you is going to be what you tell me because I don't violate people like that. That's not how it works. And so all of that interaction became very distorted. And it ended up being something that became very, very hurtful to both of us. Because why? Like, no, I'm good. I'm not just gonna, you want me to fucking poke into your head? I don't think so. That's not how I function. So if you don't allow yourself to either rise up to the level that other people are, or allow them to join you in your depths, then it's going to be distorted. Your connections will be very difficult to have clarity on. And that's going to cause you to feel more unsafe. That's going to increase your, paranoia. I don't, I don't even think it's paranoia. I think it's a legitimate fear. It's not some unfounded fear. It's a legitimate fear because you're seeing things from a distorted point of view. And that's simply because of your depth. And here's the thing. Aside from probably Pisces, most people can't reach the depth that you go to, Scorpio. And Pisces are probably more sensitive than you. So if you're not going to watch where you swing your stinger around, that Piscean who can exist at that depth with you, you're probably going to run them off. You're probably going to run them off. You're probably going to hurt them beyond repair. And there's a potentiality that you're going to toss away something that could have really helped support you in your self-healing. I don't believe a Piscean can heal you. I believe that they can support you as you choose to heal yourself, whatever it is that you need to heal through. We all have wounds from simply existing. It's not that this is specific to Scorpio, like only Scorpios. No, everybody has wounds. So card number 11, metamorphosis, power and strength lie within our surrender to change. You have to surrender to the change. Some people would say that Taurus is very bullheaded. They're very stubborn. You can't get a Scorpio to change, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Taurus to change. I think Scorpio outdid you there. I think that Scorpio definitely, if they don't want to, you're not going to get them to change anything, to see things differently, to take back what they said, to do any of that. I feel like Scorpio is just so deep in their depth that much of that stuff that other people expect from Scorpio, like the type of growth and change and evolution, usually doesn't happen unless a Scorpio is already, that's where they were going already, So one more card. Michael says one more card. Radical self-acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. So that's what it is. You're perceived the way you perceive yourself. If you feel like people are judging you, that comes off. That comes off as like, what are you hiding? Why are you being shady? I think Scorpio really just gets a bum rap about being shady. No. There's nothing shady about having depth. There's nothing shady about struggling with coping with sensitivities. That's not shady. That's misunderstood. There's a huge difference between the two. But Scorpio often gets that label of, they're shady. Oh, they're stinger. Oh, this and that. Here's the thing. Scorpios, don't fillet me, okay? I've heard a few times Scorpios mention that Scorpio doors slam. They slam the door shut. But here's the thing. Might think I'm talking shit. I just don't comprehend this. That's why I'm bringing it up. If the Scorpio door slam was really true, was really real, Scorpios have a tendency to keep checking in with whatever they walked away from. They just keep checking in, keep looking, keep peeking, keeping tabs. Why? You've already slammed the door. And so this circles back around to what I was saying. Like, you slammed that door thinking that this is how you're going to protect yourself. And in reality, you didn't really want to slam that door. And so your hand was still holding the door when you slammed it, and you slammed your fucking fingers. Don't hurt yourself like that. If you're not done, you're not done. Just talk to them. If you're not done, have a conversation with whoever it was that hurt your feelings and made you feel like you had to slam your fingers in the fucking door. There's no point in you hurting more. There's just not. There's not. But I also understand that these are processes that are very, very difficult. As a Piscean, I have a really hard time really actually discussing my feelings with someone else. And people think like, oh, but you talk about so much in live streams. Y'all, I'll say it again. I'm talking to a tiny ass black hole beside a green light on my laptop. And when I look down at the human being, all I see is myself. These are conversations that I'm having with myself that you are simply witnessing. So it's hard. It's hard to talk about feelings. It's hard to process and explain, verbalize what you're feeling because it hurts. It hurts to feel it, but it hurts even more to say it out loud. It hurts. It's hard to talk about. Um, hmm. Who shoves their way down other people's throats? Oh, okay. One of my longtime friends is a Scorpio. They know to keep stingers close. Hmm. Hmm. Too sensitive for who? Too sensitive um, for yourself or for your friend? And yeah, I'm awkward in person. Unless it's a work function, I'm seriously awkward in person. People often say like, "Oh, it'd be amazing to have you as my neighbor." I don't talk to any neighbors. I like You'd like my husband though. I don't talk to neighbors. I'm like, and then we get in the car and my husband's telling me our neighbor's life story. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about? The neighbor, you just said hi to them. I don't know who they are. Why are you telling me this stuff? He know everybody's business. He's a Gemini. Oh, what happened? Not with me, with others. Y'all, I'm slow right now. I ain't even gonna pretend. I don't know what's going on in the comments. I don't have glasses on. I'm like, yeah. I've waited 100 years. Oh, Suzette, stop. That's Michael says to say thank you. Are you talking to someone else named Empress? Are you referencing me? I'm not an empress in this life. Oh, stop. Michael's saying a lot of stuff. Okay, the social awkward just came out. All right. So, Suzette, what's your sign? Oh, what was your name before? You're going to hide all day? I think I'm finally getting sleepy. So I'll critical thinker. That sounds familiar. Oh, is it your birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I hate birthdays too. I can celebrate other people's birthdays, but I don't like my own. So weird shit. I don't like attention. I don't like any of that. It's just weird to me. It's weird to me. The few times when my husband and I were first dating and he would like take me out and he would tell the restaurant that it's my birthday, I would like be on the verge of crying. Like, why would you do that? That's so mean. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I want to leave. Why would you do that? Why would you tell them that? No joke. And I would be like fighting back tears. Like, you're so mean. He finally had to sit me down and be like, look, you have to be okay with me celebrating you. I was like, okay. But give me a heads up first. I'm just so socially awkward. It's fine. We get past it. We get through it. I'm talking to a hole on my laptop. Okay, let me just stop. Let's see. Perfectly imperfect. All right. What where's Suzette? Suzette, what is your sign? Oh, I was gonna try I was gonna try and use my fingers to scroll. Suzette, are you here? I'm sorry if I offended you when you called me Empress. It just feels weird to me. I don't know why it makes me feel so bashful. Like, stop. I would play in coconut cream pie right now. If by play you mean eat, I would absolutely join you. Have you ever had hopia pie? So my husband took me to Hawaii years ago, right? The last time I had been in Hawaii was when I was immigrating at like 2 years old or something like that. It was the stopover. And he takes me to McDonald's. And I was like super into McDonald's apple pie for a while. Okay. This is before all the allergy shit started. So I was really into McDonald's apple pie, and we're like going through the drive-through. He's like, what do you want? I was like, my usual double quarter pounder with cheese. Extra, no pickles. Make that too, because I eat a lot. And I was like, oh, an apple pie. He goes, oh, you want apple pie? You don't want hopia? I was like, what's hope? Like hopia, like the Filipino hopia? And he's like, no, you don't know what hopia pie is? I'm like, motherfucker. How would I know? I'm not Hawaiian. from Hawaii. It's the first time you took me here because he's from Hawaii. And he's like, oh, you got to have some of that. And he had me try it, and it's the best shit I've ever had. I ended up finding a recipe that I tweaked, and I make hopia pie. And oh, fucking God. I made a truffle out of it too. That was one of my most best-selling truffles. So it's like a creamy, almost gelatinous coconut something or other. And half of the batter, I make it into chocolate. The other half is like a creamy, coconutty vanilla one. And I turned it into a truffle. I also make the pie. It's the best shit ever. Hopia ice cream. Hold that. Oh my God. What's in this? Like, what's the recipe? What's in Hopia ice cream? Is there like a gluten-free, dairy-free one with no potato starch? Wait. Okay, so there's this Hawaiian Hopia. What is this? Show me the ingredient list, sir. Ah, fucking bitches. They use caseinate. That's not fucking dairy-free. Out of here. Get out of here, you liars. That's not dairy-free. Caseinate is a milk protein. Bastards got my hopes up. Now I'm all upset. Ooh, that sounds so good. I can't have gelato. I used to love gelato. I can't have a lot of foods. I can't. Sucks. I lived in Hawaii for 8 years and never heard of what island? Oahu? Is it Oahu? Lactose is a type of milk sugar. I can't do the milk proteins. My body reacts to it. I look pregnant. Shit hurts. I don't just get like lactose intolerance type symptoms. Like it swells my whole belly. It's hold on. I wonder if you have had it. Let's see. Oops. They tend to look like this. It looks like a chocolate cream pie. Let's see. Do you eat McDonald's? Look like this from McDonald's. Yeah, it looked like that. Wait, what? This man wants to go get an ice cream cake. I think he wants to poison me. Well, you can make it with just coconut cream. You don't have to put like milk or any of that in it. I can't do milk. I can do goat's milk. I can do sheep's milk. I can do cow. But yeah, I can't do that. Potato fucking kills me. Like, no joke. It feels like my whole belly is being gutted, like for real, as the potato travels down. I'm like, ah! Like I'm screaming. I'm not even being dramatic. I'm like writhing, screaming for potato. Fuck that. I'm never fucking eating potato again. That ain't worth it. I don't want fries that bad. That shit hurts so bad. I literally thought I had to go to the ER. And then gluten. Anything with gluten, like even like trace, like residual, you might as well sedate me. Like, give me a general anesthetic. It will fuck me up. I will be passed out, like not asleep. I'm talking about passed out for hours within like 15 minutes of eating it. I always know if a restaurant lies about being gluten free because I'm like, oh shit, I got glutenized. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, I don't feel good. My husband's like, what's wrong with you? I don't know. I can't keep my eyes open. Yeah. And then the like 2-hour drive home, I was snoring. I don't even know how I got out of the car. I just woke up the next day and I was on the couch. It's fucked up shit, you guys. Food fucks me up. Corn. I've gained like, I don't know, 50 pounds because of corn. I don't know. All right. Camel milk? Baklava? I'm actually reactive to sugar too. I just keep eating it because it doesn't hurt. But I'm super reactive to sugar. I'm reactive to corn, nightshades, like everything that I'm eating right now. Sometimes I just gotta like ask myself, do you want to die? To get myself to stop eating shit. Mm. Okay. Oh, you probably get a lot of swelling then, Rhonda. Oh gosh, I don't know anyone else that feels this way, but I fucking hate pumpkin pie. I don't know what it is. I've always felt like pumpkin pie is bullshit. It's such a like I don't even know where it comes from. I get so irritated when I see pumpkin pie. I'm like, "Oh, this bullshit again." Like, I always have that reaction. And my whole family likes pumpkin pie. Like, for Thanksgiving, there were 2 pumpkin pies. I'm like, "Who bought this bullshit?" And my oldest son is like, like, "What the fuck?" I I'm sorry. Ah, my kids can only eat red meat. The ones with, the severe food stuff, that's and, maybe a few vegetables. Like, to them, vegetables are treats. My kids are so different from other kids. They'd be like, "Can we have fruits today? What kind of new fruit can we try?" None, boo. I'm sorry. There's nothing new you can try. Like earlier, my youngest is like, um, one day, do you think you can finally get me the test for the allergies for the nuts? I was like, why are you asking? Because I want to try almond milk. And I was like, yeah, one day. You don't really have an allergy that we know of. I'm just kind of scared to give it to you in case you do have an allergy. It's like, I know. Can you buy me the test soon? Sure. Sure. Let's go ahead and I got that extra $1,500 laying around. Is $1,500 for the test. Actually, let's see. I wonder if they raise the test price. Alpat. Motherfucker, 70% off. Hold up. So what's the actual price? Just tell me the price, bro. Hair and saliva test. Okay, we could do that. But one of my kids has. Whoa, I can fucking do that. Okay. Is this for the whole family? Oh, no fucking way. Add that bitch to the cart. Wait. I don't even know what I'm buying. Wait, what? Hold up. What is this? I only have 4 hours? Don't do this. I have to. Gut biome, hormonal imbalance, test digestive health and metabolism analysis. Okay, let's add that. No, we don't need the health pack. Is this for the whole family? Let's add the priority testing. That's 48 hours. That's only $467. Are you fucking kidding me? For the whole family? Is this really true? Am I misreading this? Because I have a habit of misreading shit. I have a huge habit of doing that. Proceed to check. No. I don't want to check out. I want to know what this is. Yo, take me back. I want to know what I just put in my cart. Okay, let's view the sample report like they were saying. Okay, so it's like the other tests I had bought before. Okay. Oh, this is good shit. This is very similar to the test that I bought before. So before, years ago, I had one of my kids, he's the one that had the emergency surgery at like a few days old. Um God, that shit was like $1,500. And then the lab was like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't do that here. Just fucking give me the needle. I will harvest the blood myself. No, I was arguing with her and I was like, well, it states here that your lab does. And so she had to. But God, I felt so bad because my son's test came back as like basically reactive to everything. Everything. I felt so fucking bad. Um, maybe a week or two before I got the results, I was feeding him fresh blueberries and he was loving it. He was chowing down on that shit. Because at that time, I was a very, very granola mom. Like everything is made from scratch. It's wholesome foods, no additive, nothing's ever packaged. All their snacks are freshly baked, all of that. Like, oh, you want zucchini bread? Okay, I'm gonna scrape the fucking zucchini myself. That's just the kind of mom I am. They're all of their like toiletries I made myself. It was just too much now that I look back. Anyways, I was feeding him blueberries and I was like, are his lips turning purple? And my mother, I love you, mom. I fucking love you, mom. I believe what she says because she was like a 30-year NICU nurse. She was in charge of the other nurses who took care of the sick newborns. So I believed her when she said, no, it's just from the food, it's stained. He's fucking deathly allergic to blueberries. I saw the test. I was like, yo, my kid could have fucking died. I was so mad. I was so mad. She goes, oh, that's not my kid. All right, if you thought that, why are you keep feeding it? I was like, I'm so mad at you. You might need to go home now. I was so mad. I was so mad. So yeah. Well, they stain easy, but he was eating them fresh and he was popping them in his mouth, like the whole berry. He wasn't like mashing them up or any of that. So it wasn't the blueberries and it wasn't streaked across his face. It was just his lips and his fingertips. I was like, are you sure that's not cyanotic? She goes, oh, you watch too much of the doctor shows. He was cyanotic. He was legit cyanotic. I also know he's allergic to nuts because I gave him a peanut butter sandwich. He was like, I don't know, I want to say he was like 3, and he used to talk a lot, like talk a lot. And then I gave him the sandwich, and suddenly he was quiet. I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, I was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Oh my god, why are you not talking? What's wrong?" And I thought he was just upset about something his brother did. So I'm like, "What did you do to your brother? Did you do something? Why has he stopped talking?" And all of them were like, "We didn't do anything, mommy." His throat was starting to close. Yeah. He took one bite out of it and he's like, "Mm-mm." I was like, "Oh shit." So my kids, they're smart. They won't accept food from anyone. Um, they'll ask you, "Can you show me the ingredient list?" "What's the ingredients? Is it certified gluten free?" They're allergic to so much shit. It's crazy. Yeah, no, I think I think it was bad. So luckily it cleared up on its own. Luckily, because I was like, "What's going on?" He never wheezed though. He just got real quiet. He got real quiet. So there's times like later on, anytime he'd have a weird reaction like that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to give that to you anymore. But this was before we knew their health was so complex. So after that, he would be like, my tongue itches. Oh, we're not giving you any more of that. Like he does this thing where he's like just on the tip of his tongue. And I used to think like, why are you playing with your food? But I never said anything. And then finally I realized, oh shit, he's testing it. He's testing that he's not reactive. Because first he rubs it, he goes like that. And then he gets a small piece and he rubs it. And then he goes like that. And then he usually is like, okay, I'll just leave it alone now. Because he doesn't want to push it. Yeah. Yeah. But it's sad because he was able to have some gluten. My youngest didn't ever have. He's never had a regular kids meal. He's never had any of the kids snacks. He's never had those candies. He's never even had dairy ever. He was strictly breastfed, like exclusively breastfed the entire time. And the sad part, it's not that they were deprived. The sad part is when he's like, to tell me he loves me, he sniffs me and he's like, "You smell like cupcakes." I'm like, oh my God, do you want a cupcake? He goes, "No, mommy, that's not safe for me." I'm gonna cry. He says, "I'm sweet like cupcakes." Um, does your brother's child know that he feeds the grandson Tums like that? They could develop toxicity to that and end up in the ER. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. So let's see. Okay, I need to order this test for real. Hold up, guys. I don't even have my wallet here. So, okay. Hold up. Let me just do this. I don't need the immune booster. Just stop. I just need to see what this is. Oh, shit. 4 hair tests on 1,069 items, 4 saliva tests on 1,069 items. Ooh, I'm really liking that. We got 4 hours. Okay, let's buy this now. What test is this? What test is this though? Okay, just make up your freaking mind, woman. You have 4 hours. This is like my husband's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you ordering?" "Hey, it's for my babies." Get out of my business. He hates when I fuck around and say stuff like that. Alright. But so when would they ship the actual test? I don't know how long I'm gonna be in California. Um, shit. I'm gonna change it to my PO box so that wherever the hell I am when they ship it, it could just be forwarded. I'm scared to press purchase. Okay, girl, calm the fuck down. This is for your babies. Just buy it for your babies. Um, okay, that's the right PO box. Okay, so that's processing. I'm always scared to purchase shit online. Thank you. This investment made in your long term health may well be the most profitable investment ever. Wait, did I give you my? Oh, fucking PayPal snitched on me already. I heard my husband's phone go off. Okay. He's gonna wake up and he's like, "What are you buying?" Something for my babies. Okay, that's fine. That'll work. I did do it. I heard my husband's phone go off. PayPal's a fucking snitch. I swear to God. I can't buy anything on PayPal because it lets him know right away. It lets him know before it lets me know. Okay. You are not. Let's put that. Okay. So you're gonna ship me the kit. Oh, you're giving me all these downloads? 18 secrets to stay young. I'll give you the number one secret. Stop eating sugar. Don't eat sugar, don't eat dairy, and you will look very fucking young. Very young. No cheats, no none of that. Yeah, there's a lot of so one of the things that I went online for, Tums toxicity in child. While these products may cause mild stomach upset, a one-time dose will not have lasting harm. What if it's more than one time? Serious side effects can happen with an overdose or overuse of antacids. Side effects include constipation, diarrhea, change in the color of bowel movement, and stomach cramps. Products containing calcium may cause kidney stones. Oh, hell freaking no. Kidney stones. That's a big no-no. Yeah. That would be, for me as a parent, that would be grounds for excommunication. No joke. Like, you want to be a grandparent? Act like one. You're going to cause my child to be in an unsafe situation. You're going to affect his health adversely. You're not a part of his life. I don't give a shit what anyone says. And I will explain to my child if he asks, how come I'm not allowed to talk to so, because they're not safe. And when you're older, I'll explain to you. You're not overreacting. Do the parents know? Because if the parents know, then leave it. Just leave it. There's no point because it's not your child. You don't really get a say in that. Yeah. If the child's parents know, 5. Ooh. So when my oldest, because my kids, when they're toddlers, they're not allowed to have candy. And it's not like, no, you can't eat that. I explained to them, candy has a lot of processed ingredients, and it's really not the healthiest option for you. When you're old enough to be able to read and know exactly what the ingredients are and tell me what they are, then you can begin deciding if you can have candy or not. So my mom and my aunt, we went to go eat at the Hawaiian barbecue place, and I went next door to go get my son some egg drop soup from the Chinese restaurant. And I come back, and his shirt is fucking brown down the front. I'm like, did he vomit? And because I always kept my child, when my kids are toddlers, they are kept impeccably clean. Their outfits are always crisp as fuck. And they never have anything spilled on them. And I'm like, what happened? And I'm over here thinking, did my child wild the fuck out in this restaurant while I was gone? And my kids never really wild out like that. And my mom and my aunt start looking at each other, and I'm like, these bitches. In my head, because I could never actually call my mom that. Not to anyone, not to her face. Like, I'd slap myself. But in my head, I'm like, these bitches, what the fuck are they doing while I'm gone? And my aunt knew that my mom was going to bear the brunt of my rage, which is like, okay, no, we're going home. Don't call me for a while. So my aunt was like, don't be mad at your mom. It's my fault. I tried to give him soda because you're too strict. First of all, bitch, I could call you that. You're not my mama. First, no, I didn't say that. I was thinking that in my head. First of all, bitch, you got like 10 million grandchildren of your own. Don't be fucking with the one that's not yours. But I was just like, oh. And so my child was like, I didn't want to, mommy. It was nasty. It's liquid poison. And I was like, yes, it is, son. How do you feel about that? I don't want this. It's like, mm-hmm. And my aunt was like, that's what he told us, that it's liquid poison. Mm-hmm. He goes, mommy, it has high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, he said it has high fructose. I said, yes, it does. It does. It's high fructose corn syrup. How do you feel about that? Yeah, yeah. No. We definitely, I don't play games when it comes to my kids. Like, the rules that I have, they're for a reason. They're for a reason. Yeah, I had relatives who were like, oh, your kids don't even have a normal childhood because I don't feed them McDonald's. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and plus, really, is it good? It's good because we're accustomed to it, but I don't know that it's good. I forgot what it was. It was something that I used to make from scratch, and I was able to just purchase it at the store. Um, and so at some point, I purchased it from the store, and I gave it to my kids, and they're like, "What is this? This is not like the real stuff." And I was like, "It's store bought." No, it doesn't taste like when you make it, mommy. When you make it, it tastes healthy. This doesn't taste my littlest. It tastes healthy. Healthy. This doesn't taste healthy, mommy. I was like, I'm so sorry. It's not healthy. Mister, if there's an apocalypse, he cracks me up. And he was so serious when he said that. He was just looking out the window. I'm gonna have to get violence if there's an apocalypse. What the fuck are you seeing outside that's making you think this? Yeah, so he's in the second row behind the driver's seat. I'm in the front seat, and then my oldest was sitting behind me as same. And he's like, "Why would you say that?" I look back there real quick. What the fuck's going on back there? I paused and the TikTok got turned off real fucking quick. What's going on back there? And he's like, if there's an apocalypse, I'm gonna have to be violence. 20% at 444. And I was like, and then my oldest goes, no, you don't. You don't. Not unless you really have to protect yourself because you have your whole family. They have to go through your whole family. I was like, that's right. That's right. We will all protect you. He's like, okay. I'm like, who told you this? You don't have to get violence. Yeah, he also told me, like, because we have movie nights. And because I don't really watch TV. So sometimes they'll be like, can you watch a movie with us? I'm like, sure, pick a movie. Or they'll tell me to pick a movie. And then my youngest, he goes, oh, mommy's picking a movie. And I was like, well, you don't like the movies I pick? And he goes, you think violence is entertaining. I don't like those movies. I was like, but I didn't pick them. They were like, your brother picked them. Everything's mommy's fault, you know? If you're a mom, you know what I'm talking about. If it rains, it's your fault. No matter what it is, it's mom's fault. So, yeah, apparently it was my fault, and he doesn't like violent movies. He doesn't like to watch them. And I told him, like, but I don't like to watch your movies. This is so petty. I got petty at that moment because he blamed me for something that wasn't even me. So I was like, well, I don't like your movies either. And he's like, but my movies are kid movies. And I'm like, do I look like a kid? It was like, mom. And I was like, what? You don't like my movies? I don't like your movies. You have an iPad for a reason. You have Netflix on your iPad. And my husband's like, are you fucking serious right now? I'm like, what? I want to watch this violent ass movie. Oh my God. Then my husband said the same thing. Don't be mean. And I was like, what? We're having a conversation. He don't like my movies. I don't like his. Oh my God. And so my littlest one got really mad at me and he turned his back to me on the couch. I'm like, that's fine. I turned my back. And then after a few minutes, Frey like taps me. He's like, are you fucking serious? Are you still mad? I was like, I'm not mad. This is reflecting. I'm reflecting back what he's projecting. And then after a few minutes, my little guy, he hugs me. He goes, I'm sorry, mommy. And then so I hugged him and I was like, I'm sorry. I felt like I just had to be petty with you. He was like, yeah. And then we were good again. Has he watched Over the Moon? What is that? Over the Moon. No, I don't think so. No, he hasn't watched that. Is it bad? Hey, I had to be petty because this is a child that made me listen to Baby Shark doo 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 Baby Shark for months. And I was just like, Baby, do you have to listen to that so loud? Yeah, mommy, don't you like it? I do. It's just we've listened to it nonstop, so I'm kind of overloaded now. Oh, your senses is too weak. Okay. So don't worry. He be petty with me too. He's a Taurus. No, I have a really good relationship with my kids. Wow. What does not watching cartoons have to do with him being a girl? So the few times that my husband had said something about like, "Oh, you're being such a girl." Um this girl is just I wasn't having none of that. Um the Baby Shark song is just, "Hey, your girl blue. Morning." Um you don't let them watch Batman? Like, for my first few kids, I was super strict and they never got to watch TV unless it was, like, educational. They only could watch documentaries, on wildlife, on, like, biology, human anatomy, things like that. That's all they were allowed to watch. And then, after a certain number of kids, you then become like, "Oh, you know what? Just make sure it's not too much." Just make sure it's not too much. Yeah, I totally was super duper strict for a while, in regards to things like what they're watching, use of electronics. My oldest didn't play video games until he was 13, and yeah. But, like, now, they can watch what's age appropriate. I don't necessarily police them like that, but they know, like, "Oh, this is not really appropriate for my age," so they regulate themselves, and then on top of that, if I see, like, they're struggling with their behavior, like, someone's been playing video games too much, like Call of Duty type stuff, too much, and they're starting to show some like frustration slash aggression. Like they get frustrated and they're like, okay, um, you probably need a break from video games. Like I was telling one of my kids the other day, it's like, what is wrong? Because he got really mad about something. I don't know what he got mad about. I was like, "What's wrong?" And he wouldn't talk to me. And I was like, "Okay, it's not okay for you to ignore me because I'm trying to figure out what's wrong so I can understand how to best support you in this moment. So I'm only going to ask you one more time. And if you're not going to answer me, I'm going to assume you're intentionally ignoring me. And if you're intentionally ignoring me, that's not an acceptable behavior. So if you're doing unacceptable behaviors after being exposed to video games for prolonged periods as a parent, I have no choice but to assume it's because of the video games. So if you don't want me to assume it's because of the video games and remove your access to the video games because I have to keep you safe as your parent, then you're going to tell me what's wrong." He's like, "Nothing." And I was like, "That's all you had to say. You could have just said, 'I don't feel like talking right now.' And I wouldn't have had this whole conversation." I've been like, "Okay, well, tell me later." And I went and ran errands, and then I came back, and he's like, "Hi, mommy." I was like, "I tell you, I take away that fucking video game. Don't be trying to play with me like that. We need to communicate." So my kids are pretty good about stuff like that because, yeah, no, we don't play that game. I don't just snatch your stuff away. I will tell you, causation effect, if you're going to choose this causation, you're going to be choosing this effect. That's what you're going to receive. Think about it, see if it's worth it. And they usually don't feel like most of the stuff that they were considering doing is worth the squeeze. That juice is not worth the squeeze. So they're learning self regulation, I like to think. I like to think. Or like sometimes we took away video games for a while. We explained to him because he was raging. I was like, what? Because he was playing against adults. He's like this fucking, he is so advanced in his video games. So he was killing everybody. I don't know. I guess they formed teams. I don't know these games, you guys. It's I don't know if it's Call of Duty or something like that, but they had formed teams, and we had told him, um, you're not allowed to talk to them. Okay, you can't turn the mic on. You're not allowed to do that. They can't know that you're a small child. Oh, he's not that small. To me, he's still a small child. He's not that small. But so he's playing, and I think he accidentally turned the mic on, and they realized how young he is. And so then everyone decided to kill him. Oh, no, no, no. No one wanted to revive him or some shit like that. I guess someone needed to give him health because he went around, he was sniping everybody, but he was going around the people on his team. If I guess they got too low, he was like saving them, and he cried. He cried so hard. He was like, I saved all of them and no one came. I was like, baby, that's just how some people are. It's not okay, but you can't allow yourself to get this upset from a video game. And then he cried more, and I was just like, okay, so I'm now concerned that the amount of stress you feel because of the video games is affecting your health, because he has alopecia, and if he gets stressed out, well, I mean, he's already hairless anyways. He was growing back like a really small patch, and then that was gone. And I was like, look, so if your hair has fallen out again because you're stressed out, that makes me worried as your mom, not because the hair, because I think you're amazing even without hair. I actually prefer the softness of your scalp. But now I'm kind of wondering what's the other effects on your body, your other organs that we don't know and can't see. And so he agreed it was too much for him. Yeah, I don't think I can handle it. I was like, okay, because you're still kind of young. You're still a small guy. You don't have to like stress yourself out like that. And he totally was like, okay. So he stopped playing it for a while. I don't know who the fuck brought the PS4 and told him to play it. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? He's been game free for how long? Someone brought the fucking PS4 out. And so now he's back with his video games. But this time around, he's regulating real nicely. The other day he was playing, and I think he lost or something, and he put down the controller and he turned it off. And I was like, you okay? He goes, yeah, it's just frustrating me, so I turned it off. I was like, good shit, bro. Good shit. I'm proud of you. You're like regulating. That's good. See, I think he did play one with zombies, and then because he didn't quite feel right about shooting human beings who weren't zombies or some shit like that. And it's like, those video games are desensitizing you to violence. And he's like, yeah, I think so too. I'm like, why do you keep playing it? I like the challenge. Okay. I'm not going to tell you not to like the challenge, but it's kind of, I don't like it. And then he tells me, it's okay if you don't like it, Mom. You don't have to like it. You don't have to play it with me. Thank you for understanding, son. All right. So it's 5 a.m. Oh, 4:57. And I'm thinking, I'm ready to go to sleep now. I put lipstick on. I kind of like this formulation. It's a new one. Super Stay by Maybelline. Oh, there's a there's a sharpener at the bottom. I thought you just twisted. You gotta sharpen it? What? How do you do this? Oh, you do twist it, and the sharpener keeps it pointy. Ah, bitches think of everything, don't you? I like that. I like that. Just went through some crazy stuff, knew the whole time, but huh? Okay, I'm going to bed. Thank you guys for sharing this space with me. It's bedtime. Um, Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. If you're looking for readings for other signs, I do readings for all the signs on my TikTok. Check me out over there too. All right, guys, good night and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.